All right, so we're studying the science of death in order to avoid reincarnation. Buddha says reincarnation is hell, so we don't want to come back here after death. So today's lesson, we're going to talk about how the phage takes in the DNA of the deceased person. So we're going to be reading from the Isis Thesis, starting there on page 13. Go ahead and read that one section there, son.
In light of the fact that the deceased is no longer living human matter, but a decomposition of the primary elements of human matter: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. The duad must represent a quantum phenomenon where these elements exist and are reassembled.
Right. The elements are reassembled.
The deceased in its original shape bonds to the sun god as a foreign insert in the vector for gene cloning, with the earth and its magnetosphere representing the living system or host cell where the vector can be propagated. The cloning site is the earth's element, and enriched northern cusp where the sun god is moored in the dockyard of the gods.
Right. All right, now page 63, the Isis Thesis explains how the bacteriophage lambda vector is the microscopic spaceship that carries the DNA of the deceased person. All right, read that section, son.
In our model for verification, the essence of the deified king indicates the union of the sun god and deceased, or the insertion of final human elements into the phage DNA capsid, that is the pyramid head. When the bacteriophage attaches to a host cell, its DNA is pumped out of the head, down the tail, and into the cell. Okay. The Pyramid of Unis, the Great Pyramid, and others were constructed with pyramidal head structure and causeway tails. They are similar to phage morphology. The Theban recension, chapter 140, refers to Udum as the sunshine god, rising in the sky. The mighty one appears. The horizon shines.
The horizon shines.
Udum appears on the smell of his sensing. The sunshine god has risen in the sky. The mansion of the Pyramidion is in joy. Pyramidion, and all its inmates are assembled. This passage equates the sun god, Udum, with the symbol. This passage equates the sun god.
That's the part you read already. Yeah.
With the geometric shape of a pyramid, which is also similar to phage lambda morphology. It says,
right.
Further, the deceased states, I am he of the Pyramidion, CT 422.
CT is coffin text. The deceased states, I am he of the Pyramidion.
Coffin text 422. Right. Both Geb, the earth, and Udum grant that a pyramid and temple he installed and enclosed for the deceased and his double purified 534.
Is it PT 534? That's pyramid text. Mm-hmm. PT is pyramid text 534.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the pyramid is a representation of bacteriophage lambda. So the pharaohs entombed in the pyramid, so to speak, allegorically or technically speaking, right? Ideally speaking, you know, and the bacteriophage vector is where, you know, your DNA would be entombed, so to speak. So in the last lesson, number 26, we went over the differences between the lytic and lysogenic cell cycles of phage lambda. And so in our further coming lessons, we'll get into why the lytic cycle is key to avoiding reincarnation when passing through the gateways of death.
Peace out.